Hello, so welcome back. I thought I'd give you a quick update. It's Friday, so we'll do a quick replay of what Kaspa has or hasn't done. This is where we left it last time. You may notice we've got an amazing green background now and super bright studio lights, so it should be a bit more clearer. Information will be just as bad, but it will look better, so that's the main thing. So this is where we left it, so let's replay on the TradingView replay. And remember, we were just broke out of here, which was good news, and we wanted to see, can we move that out of the way? Yep. We wanted to see it crawl up here, and we were hoping to get out here, or if it broke below up here, we were going to get out again and see if it came down to retest anywhere around here. So our hope was back up to here. Now let's see what happened. And this is an interesting example of how we have the rules and you know what to do, but we still don't follow them because we live in hope. So let's see what happened. So this was the last time we did the video, and we were hoping it was gonna come up here. We had this nice confluence of support. I love saying that. Zoom in a bit, make it a bit more exciting. So it started coming to this area, reacted from this zone nicely. This little dash was where we got back in after being in and then out again. We got out here and it went higher, so up it went. Just put it on a faster speed. This is well slow. Speed it up a bit. It'll take forever. There we go, 3 speed. So it went up nicely, followed my amazing yellow line, so I obviously know exactly what I'm doing. And what I should have done is carried on drawing that yellow line, because unfortunately, bosh, it broke support. This was early hours of the morning again, and I was like, ooh, what to do? So I've been watching it. It didn't sell like it should have done because it's right next to these other ones. That's the end of the replay. So we've made a double bottom there, so that's quite positive for upward momentum. And also it could have touched on here and gone up, but I really have broke one of the rules there. So I'm still in. We got out here, it went up, and I expected it to come down and kiss off here, and off it went. But instead I panicked, bought in here, then it went up to about $1,600 profit, and then it went down to here, which was about minus $800, and now it's down here, so now we're about minus 1,000. So it's super annoying, but it just goes to show, like, you can have all these great rules, but unless you actually execute them. I mean, what if I was expecting it to retest, so it would break and then retest? Technically I should have got out there. That should have been me out of the trade and now sat in cash monitoring, but I didn't, so I'm waiting. I mean, it was what time did it break? So it broke about 10 o'clock, so I was still watching it, and then probably went to bed about 1 or 2 o'clock thinking, oh no, this is going to be down here in the morning. And if it had broken back in, I would have definitely got out, but because it's remained, it bounced off here, I thought maybe. So I'm waffling now, but I'm just basically just monitoring it. The other thing I'm slightly worried about is it is creating a rather ugly head and maybe shoulder, but it's a bit of a mess. So this comes back down here again, then there's a good chance to break through. I should really possibly get out here again, but I just don't know. So I'm going to keep monitoring it. If it comes back above here and then breaks in here, I'll have to get out, because the likelihood is this distance to the neckline, which is here, that distance is equal to that distance, so there's a good chance it could come down to here. But at the moment it could just break above these levels that I've been in before from here, and it could start plodding up and then break back up again, or it could form this, make this shoulder, a little reaction off there, blah blah blah, down, sad times. of all these crazy doodles. Yeah, so that's where I am really, in absolute no man's land. So I'm in, slight loss at the moment, floating loss, not loads. What's that? 2%, so it's not much at all. But it is still a loss. So that's Kaspa, so literally just monitor it and see what's going on with it. Just waiting for a few good days on Bitcoin really to push it back up, but whether that happened, let's have a quick look. So I'll 12 hours, so I mean look at the state of that. So you'd expect this to come down to perhaps 32 again, maybe retest this level and this level. That would probably line up quite nicely. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm doing this, and if I lose, I lose. It's up to me. Do not follow me. Educational / entertainment only. So yeah, so this could come down to one of these. This one looks like the strongest. Now back to around 32 grand. And the question is it worth getting in at 32 grand then? If it's going to go up to like plus 100 grand. And if you look at the other video about where to invest and the returns you get on different investments, there's not much else to make money on. So out of crypto, probably the safest bet, Bitcoin or Ethereum. So what do you do? This is still got a downwards trend, it's broke, but this could come back down to test around here again. So do you get a load of ETH, or do you get one Bitcoin and just be a one coiner? Don't mind being a one coiner. If it goes up to $150,000, take a bit of that. Yeah, so Kaspa's just monitoring, so not much to report on that really, a bit boring. I did have a look at some of the tech stocks as well. I have to get some sunglasses for these this new studio light. So let's have a quick look. These, so we looked at these last week. Nvidia has broken down, came back up to test. So I wouldn't be looking to touch that unless it got down to around here or here. As for Nvidia, this is what I drew on last week. That's just slowly doing what it's doing. So it could still come up further, it could follow this little line. MicroStrategies had a jump and broke through what was support, and now it's resistance, broke through with that jump on Bitcoin. So we'll see what if Bitcoin comes back down to 32 and this comes back to here, then this might be a good place to get in on a very long term, like 2-3 year kind of speculative investment with some kind of hope of getting a 2x or 200% uplift by 2025, December 2025 is what we're looking at. What else have we done? I'll just come back to that one in a minute. Coinbase, again, still in the middle. Google broke support, gap down, and is just continuing down. They do say gaps get filled, so it could, it could create a wonky head and shoulder there. Or it could come back up to fill the gap before going down, but doesn't look great. Meta still at the top of the range and coming down, bit of a pullback to this level, possible further falling. Amazon must have got some good news or earnings. There we go. Earnings gapped up. Earnings came out, so it's gapped up on the results there. Slightly were better than what they expected. Okay, that's good news, but it's only just bashed into this what was support, so this could be resistance again and back down it goes, which what it should naturally do anyway, pull back and then go further falling. So more doom and gloom. This is the picture of the giraffe / dinosaur. This is down to the bottom of the channel, thinking possible pullback, and at some point plop through. Earnings is coming up on the 2nd, so that'd be interesting to watch what happens there, because it could be good earnings or quite good earnings. This pulls it up to here, but not enough to break through, and down it goes. Back into my doom and gloom phase. And Microsoft is just churning up before possibly falling down, but it's still generally moving up though. So Microsoft is chugging away quite nicely, really. Not a good time to get in really now, but we've got right here, possibly. So let's look at this one. This was one I was going to take a trade on, did take a trade on actually, and then jumped out, which I'm not really bothered about. So this was, I was just looking at this channel, this squeeze. Let's go on the 4 hour, a bit too excited here. There is earnings coming up as well, again on the 2nd of November, so it'd be interesting to see what happens with that. But this is PLTR, Palantir AI, software and AI. So it came down, broke resistance, created a new support, squeezed into here. So like we say, when you're getting squeezed, more pressure builds and it has to break out one way or the other. So we look to find a breakout, or we use it as a way to get out of a trade. So I was looking at this the other day, and I actually put in, it was slightly higher than that. I bought it when it was slightly higher here, I think 200 shares, and then it went a little bit lower, so I bought another 50 shares, which averaged my buying price down to around 1540, I think it was. And I was hoping for, still could do, but I was hoping for to be right on this edge and then just start trucking up again here again, and then maybe take a profit when it started getting to the top of these levels again, which was good, still a good 15 to 20%. So yeah, so back into here. Don't want to try and push it up too much, but within that busy range, probably 15% if it went that way. But I've been looking at it, and it has broke support here. Now either my lines aren't that great, it could be a bit lower, but it has got I mean, it's only going off that point and that point, so it's only 2 points. If it had another couple more points, then that would be a lot stronger, but you don't know. It could be like that, and up it goes, but at the moment, the only data we've got is from those 2 points, and the fact of the matter is, it's just broke. So, I was in the trade, and then it's hilariously coming up a bit now. It broke, came back, which would look like a test or a retest, and then to drop off. So I jumped back out of the trade here, only like a 1 or 2% loss. But I'd rather lose 2% here around this kind of level where it came back up and you're only losing a very small amount, rather than it going down here and going, yeah, actually, yeah, it definitely is going down. So I don't mind losing a few 2% on these, because if this starts going up again and breaks back in and then comes down here, I could just get in again, and then off it goes, or breaks in, I get in again, and it breaks out again, another 2%. But that's fine, but you got your return is 15% is what I'm aiming for. So you could lose 2%, 2%, 2%, 2%. That's 8% loss trying to get into a trade. And then if it does go, then you get your 15. So you've made 7% all in all. But I mean, hopefully it wouldn't take you 4 or 5 attempts to get in. But that's why I'm not too. I don't mind losing a couple of percent if it's going to be a 15% return. So you know, it's a 15-hour trade, isn't it? So it's all good. So there's not a great deal else going on really in the wide world. Well, there is in the wide world, but I was going to have a look at. I'm going to do another video on leapfrogging. So how to like leapfrog your cash. So instead of just having a let's move this out of the way. Instead of having just a kind of a, this is your money and this is time. Instead of your money just going from savings, working, earning, savings, going up slowly, over time, it's like 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year, how you can do, it's like step it up, so it'll be steps really. So if you do something within this period of time where you're doing something better than just, so say you're at £1,000, I should probably just do a video on it, shouldn't I? So you're at $1,000 or £1,000 or £1,000, 2,000, 3,000. So instead of just going slowly up like that, and then slowly getting to £3,000 over 3 years, you can do something with that £1,000 you got here. So you got £1,000 by the end of year 1. Can you then do something to leapfrog it? So by the end of next year, you've not got 2,000, but you can actually jump up a level to 2,000. That'd be 2,000. So this line should go 2,000, 3,000. That line should go like that. Instead of slowly going up to there, can you leapfrog it up straight up to 3 and get rid of that one? That makes sense. Well, it goes like this. Goes like that. There's a little tongue. Ah, a Loch Ness monster. Yeah, you get the idea. So leapfrogging will be the next video that I'll do tomorrow probably. Leapfrogging your cash. I've got a thumbnail done for it already. Just the actual information that I've not done. So as long as you've got a thumbnail, that's all you need, isn't it? Right, happy days. So let's go back onto Kaspa. Invested in 20. That's a quick look at engine actually. That's just broke resistance. That's quite nice. So this could come all over the place, aren't they? This could come back down this level and back up again, or not. Fantastic, fantastic analysis as ever. Do not copy what I'm doing. This is for information/entertainment. So we'll have to wait, aren't we? Wait and see what happens with this. At some point around here, I need to make a decision whether, if it comes back to here, do I stay in or do I get out? Well, at the moment, where I'm aiming for, that one is no longer on the table at the moment. This one might be getting moved along a bit to about here, where all these confluences of support. Right, fantastic. Thanks for watching. Sorry it's not very exciting, but it is what it is. Main thing is to be ready with cash waiting. So when something does happen, maybe early next year on the stocks for on the main stocks, might be early next year before we get into these, but you've got some time is the main thing. We're in October, end of October, got November, December, January, February, March, 5-6 months. Got 5-6 months to get a load of cash together and be ready to start getting into these, and then it's when you can leapfrog your money. So right, jump in here, you manage to save £5 say, or £1,000 or whatever, and instead of waiting another year to get that money, do a deal, a couple of years, like 2x, 3x, 4x, and that sets you up for the next one then. Anyway, I'm waffling now, so let's hope this is all recorded well. Be able to see my amazing face all nice and clear. I'm gonna press stop right now. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I always forget that. I'll put a little thing to flash up that no one ever does. Please subscribe. I'm desperate. Thanks for watching. See you soon.